So to state the obvious, there is chaos and uncertainty and a little bit of panic reigning all around us at the moment with this virus that seems to be taking over the world, both within people's minds and within their bodies. So I'm sure many people have posted some sort of video as to what can be done with regards to this. I'm not going to be that guy. What I'm going to be talking about is what you can do to support yourself and your body to give yourself the best chance of remaining as healthy as can be. Now, I read a quote somewhere, I'm sorry, I can't tell you where, written by a GP that said, let's stop saying boost your immune system because that is a myth. And it made me think, and I think it's a very, very accurate statement, because when I say the word boost, we all think short-term burst of energy, burst of power, burst of speed. And what we want to talk about are longer-term, more constructive strategies that last longer that you can apply throughout all the time, not just when there is this virus knocking on our door. So first and foremost, what are the basic strategies you can do to ensure your immune system is functioning as well as possible? They're very, very simple. Many of these will be common sense. I hope you know them. If not, you're going to learn something. Number one, eat good food. It's interesting and borderline ironic when you walk through a supermarket at the moment that the only food that is not disappearing, the only shelves that are still fully stocked, is the healthy food. Whether that be the fresh fruit and vegetables, whether that be down the health food aisle, they seem to be the only products that seem to be not rushing out the door with some sort of panic buying, yet they are most likely the most important that you can get there. Secondly, tying in with our nutrition is you've got to get your body moving. Not only from an exercise point of view, as we've talked about in many times, but movement. Your body needs to move. If it doesn't move, it simply doesn't work as well as it should do. We know that a lack of movement is ultimately one of the greatest contributors, one of the greatest stressors on the body as a contribution to chronic health problems. Thirdly, and one that is all too often overlooked, is rest. Please do everything in your power. Switch off social media before you go to bed. Give your body an opportunity to unwind so you can get a good night rest. There are umpteen number of studies been conducted over many decades to the significance of sleep deprivation on the health of a human being. Please don't allow yourself to fall victim to exactly that trap. Fourthly, and one that many people don't consider when it comes to supporting the immune system, is good old-fashioned vitamin D. Get out in the sun. As the cooler months are starting to approach, it is a perfect time to get yourself out there with as much skin exposed as you possibly can, probably before about 9:30 in the morning, to get a good healthy dose of vitamin D. It is such an important contributor to our immune system and our immune function, let alone many other functions within the human body. But it is all too often, especially here in Australia where we seem to be raised to be paranoid of the sun, is something that is seriously lacking. Finally, one that is probably overlooked in most circles is maintain your social circles. Now, I know that sounds very oxymoronic considering there's all these conversations around social isolation and social distancing. Psychological stress and the impact that that has on the physiology of the human being has been studied at length by people beyond just the mind-body connection. They're delving into the neurology of the impact of this thing. Social interactions, social circles, preferably in a face-to-face scenario, are paramount to your physiology remaining in the calm state of your nerve system. So your nerve system has two essentially components, the fight or flight, or what we describe as the rest and digest. Fancy words, sympathetic nervous system, parasympathetic nervous system. When your body is under any form of physical, chemical, and or mental/emotional stress, your fight or flight response is engaged, your immune system is naturally down-regulated. That is physiologically correct for that moment. What we want to do is be promoting our rest and digest, our parasympathetic nervous system, so as to allow our immune system to do what it is intended to do. That is to protect the host. Look, there are many other aspects to looking after yourself. There is drinking water, there is taking supplements, there is many other aspects to it. But I certainly think that those 5 are key in order for us to all support our immune systems to the highest possible level. We here at the clinic, we're here to support you. If you've got any questions, any queries or concerns that we may be able to answer, please feel free to get in contact with us. Otherwise, to everyone, stay safe, stay healthy, and here's my elbow bump to you all.